Welcome to this video lesson about common mistakes that Japanese speakers of English make. In this video, we're going to continue our theme of misused adverbs and go over some more adverbs whose meanings are different from their adjective counterpart. Plain is an interesting word because as an adjective, it has a few different meanings. Among them, though, one of the most common meanings used is not decorated or without anything added. Like in this first example, I bought and wore a plain shirt because I didn't want to stand out. In the second example sentence, it uses the meaning clear and obvious, but it is a bit harder to use and usually uses a relative clause after that adjective to describe what is plain. However, in American English, using clear or obvious here is more common, and using plain for this meaning is not used as much. The example sentence is, I thought it was plain that I didn't want to buy a new car. Now, as an adverb, plainly means clearly or obviously, which means it keeps the same meaning as the adjective used in example number 2. However, unlike plain to mean clear, plainly, the adverb, is used and used quite frequently. Here's an example sentence. The radio could be plainly heard coming from the bedroom. Now, in many situations, you can also just use clearly or obviously. However, the differences between those and plainly is that plainly also includes the without decoration nuance. So it may be more accurate to say plainly is actually a combination of its two adjective meanings and means clear and obvious in a simple way. Shortly, lately, and recently are three common words that are commonly mixed up. And lately and recently are more commonly mixed up than misusing shortly. However, this is a good time to cover all three of them. Shortly typically implies a brief period of time or a specific point in the near future. It's the most different from the other two options because it points at future actions, not past actions. And the implication of time is actually relative to the action and how long it takes to complete. So if you read example 1 like this, I missed his call, but I'll call him back shortly. You might be referring to a few minutes from now as the near future. However, if you read example 2, I'll graduate from university shortly, and then I'll start a new job. You might refer to a few days or even a week from now in the future, because the near future is dependent on what action is being done as the main action. It's relative. Lately refers to the recent past and suggests a period of time that extends up until the present moment. It emphasizes a trend or action or event that has been repeatedly occurring in the recent past. Because it represents trends or repeated actions, it is often used with the present perfect progressive tense, like in this example. I have been thinking about buying a new sofa lately. Recently refers to a past point in time where something occurred or was completed. And this is where some people get confused. Recently overlaps a little bit with lately because it can be used with past tenses as well as the present perfect form. Let's take a look at an example sentence of each. So example 1, I tried a new flavor of curry called Scary Curry recently. It was supposed to be incredibly spicy, but it wasn't. And in example sentence 2, I have been searching for a new flavor of curry called scary curry recently. Recently is quite broad and can be used with both continuous and finished actions as long as they have happened not long ago. Lately is a bit more restricted because it isn't used with finished tasks in the past tense, and instead is used to talk about habits, trends, and ongoing states. So we would not say, I searched for a new flavor of curry called scary curry lately. Whether it's casual conversation or formal writing, adverbs are important. Understanding the subtle differences and nuances that each adverb adds to the sentences and applying them is essential to deepening your understanding of English. I hope this video helped clarify some commonly misused adverbs. Thanks for watching.